Mark Reed says resorting to violence to solve your problems does not make you strong. It makes you weak.
Yes.
Well, I
Can I
think
answer
they're
that?
referring maybe to the back scratching stick that you were talking about hitting people with,
Or to Islam handling society with violence and that being justified because it's for our own good. But yeah.
What do you think, though, Emi and Jay? I want to give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, thanks. So I guess was he talking about the miswak, the stick?
Oh,
Or
I
was he talking
think that's just
violence?
my best guess. They didn't mention it, but I'm not sure what it might have been
Never
something
mind.
else.
All right, James, never mind. I'll just cover it on the basis of whether he's talking about the miswak and also talking about the concept of violence in Islam. Yes, I'll answer both, right? So regarding the miswak, okay, which Idemir here is afraid of, okay, the little stick that I was shaking just now. So the miswak is only to be used during the last of circumstances. So there's, like I said, there are 3 steps towards doing that. So first of all, and also the reason is because, let's say, the wife is rude to the husband or being, basically what we call nushuz, okay, or disobedient to the husband. So the first step is to, first of all, admonish her. Then the second step is to separate your bed from her. And the third step and the final step is, if she still is disobedient, then you beat her with a stick, okay? The point is to humiliate her and to make her realize that it is wrong for her to be disobedient to the husband. It's really that simple. It's nothing to do whatsoever with violence, like what you see in American societies where, or in the Western world where, people have been beaten black and blue, okay, due to Western secular liberalism, right? So second part of the question, which is violence in Islam in general. So, I mean, Islam doesn't apologize for this. I mean, basically, I think you have heard what Daniel Haqqi said about violence in Islam. So we don't deny that violence exists in Islam, but it's not something which, you do at your whim and pleasure. We don't use it to oppress other people. We don't use it to force other people to come our way of life. We don't use it to, demean or humiliate people. We only use it if there are extreme circumstances as a very last resort. Okay. Like for example, let's say if a country is being attacked, for example, I mean, are you just going to, turn your right cheek and let your face be slapped? No. Of course, you're going to go to war. So it's that simple. Okay.
Two points to very quickly object. The Western world is actually statistically seen significantly by a huge gap more peaceful and has much less violence than the Islamic world, which is publicly available statistics known by everybody. And the other part is, yes, Islam does establish a system in which people, especially men, are turned into mentally weak guys in the name of establishing authority.
I mean, and Jay, I'll give you a really short last word, then we got to go to the next one.
Yeah. So, again, the carrot Islamophobe is, conflating things again. So it's not because men are weak, which is why we admonish the wife, because she's disobedient. And yeah, like I said, it's a last resort. So we try to avoid that. That is why the first 2 steps come into place before the final step, right? So usually it might, it might be resolved earlier than expected. So it doesn't mean that, we just go ahead and, beat the wife.
When this is empty,
I've got to do this. It's just we've got so many questions.
This is empty, so you